Hey, Olga, how are you this morning? How are things? How
Uh,
was your weekend?
It was pretty good. It was relaxing. I got to hang out with my mom, which was nice.
Very, very nice. So, are you in Vancouver right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, wonderful. So, it's nice and early for you. So, that's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. Anything to talk about this great film. I really, man, I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was fantastic, but it's dark. There's some heavy stuff going on here.
Mm.
So, I first want to start by asking you, this character that you played, Brooke, obviously, she is dealing with a lot of stuff. And when you first read this script, did it kind of scare you a little bit because you got a lot on your shoulders?
Yeah, it definitely there were so many things that of course jumped out of me and so to get into Brooke, I kind of had to focus on the one thing that was kind of this longing for connection that she had.
Yes.
And I had to put everything else aside because I knew that the rest of her behavior and actions came from that yearning.
Right.
So that was kind of my focus because I knew that if I looked at it all as one big thing, I would get so trampled up in what I had to perform rather than, oh, I really just want to be loved.
Yeah, no, I understand. And it's interesting because, thank God you in your own personal life, nothing like Brooke, nothing like what's going on there. So when you take on a character like this, how do you find a way in to relate to her?
I think it's just important to remind myself that there's a little bit of us in every character. So when I first read it, I immediately saw, okay, loves her mom, tick, misses her mom, sure, a tick, and
Yeah.
so it was just kind of finding the little things that I can, as Olga, bring into, and then of course make even more because of the film's
Yeah.
circumstances.
Right, right, for sure. Let's talk about your relationship with Rachel in this film. She's so great. I just love her. Like, honestly, she's just.
She's
I've
amazing.
interviewed her before. She's just easy to talk to. She seems to me very open and giving, and because of the relationship between the two of you, her character and yours, she becomes your nanny. And listen, any teenager, like, why would I need a nanny? Like, get away from me. I can take care of myself. But
Yeah.
clearly, as you said, she needs that connection. She needs, the female connection, but somebody who she knows she can trust. Um,
Mhm.
how did you begin to trust Rachel so that this bond became very real?
I know this is so cliche, but honestly, it was kind of that immediate click with both her, me, and Allie. We met over Zoom, and usually there's a little bit of chit chat trying to kind of find the similarities, but I didn't have to. Rachel was just so open, like you said, and that's exactly how she was on set as well, just kind of allowing you to be and grow and have fun without feeling like you need to work up to her abilities.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so she's just, yeah, no, everything you see on screen, all she's as funny, as kind, as loving as everybody sees she is.
Did she kind of take on that in a way, that responsibility of kind of being a nanny to you, taking care of you on set? I mean, I'm sure your mom was probably around, but you guys had some intense stuff going on there.
Yeah, it definitely felt, everybody, but especially her on set because I spent most of my time with her. It was
Yeah,
definitely kind of the sisterly vibe of, okay, we're in this together, we're gonna go try, we're gonna do as many takes as necessary, and we're gonna have fun.
yeah, yeah. It looked like it. I mean, especially as well for the heavy stuff, getting through some of those scenes. I'm a mom and I would be terrified for my child to go through that kind of experience. When you do scenes like that and then you're cut and then you're back to kind of just Olga, how does that affect you? Like make you think as a teenager, right, I never want to be like this.
Yeah. Honestly, I think during filming, I never had a moment where I kind of jumped back to myself. It was sort of constantly there, and so I was aware of what heavy subjects we were dealing with, but there was never a moment of, oh no, this is, tearing me down. It was more of I
Yeah,
need to do this justice. And also because it was such a safe environment, it kind of just felt, especially those darker, more heavy scenes, you kind of just could cut and then just breathe it in and then go again. It never felt as though you needed to go back to anything or bring something to it.
yeah. There's, a couple of scenes. Obviously, Jason Jones plays your dad, who also, like hilarious guy. I mean, come on. So there's scenes where you guys are around the dinner table, or you're just the three of you are together, and there's some pretty serious scenes. But I can't imagine how many takes it must have taken for some of them, because you're sitting with these two really funny people. What was it like?
Filled with laughter at all times on set, and especially when we had to do that one scene around scene around the dinner table.
Yeah.
They both of them kept improvising, and then Jason added that, much like Ruth, I don't know what that that was total improv. And so we both just kind of, okay, yeah, this kind of makes sense to the characters. And so it was really nice to be able to just, okay, they're gonna make me laugh and it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good to have that levity, and especially when you have funny people like that. And Jason's also such a good guy to work with as
Mm.
well. So yeah, you really lucked out on this one, I have to say.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about Ali Penku, who is such a great director. Man, I honestly, again, wow, lucky is beyond the word.
Mm.
Tell me a little bit about collaborating with her, what it was like, and how open she was perhaps to listening to you, because she's not a teenager anymore, you are. So did she give you that freedom to kind of say, well, it should be this way, or, tell me a little bit about working with her.
Yeah, absolutely. There was constant freedom with her, and one of the biggest things that kind of I knew this role was so great was that there was freedom in the script. And so everything that was written was so kind of to the T. It was she captured the essence of a teenager and everything that comes from it. So I never really had to go, maybe not.
Yeah.
Um, she knows exactly what she sees and how it's going to look on the screen. And so when she's on set, because she's so she knows exactly how it's going to turn out and how she wants it to turn out, there was just this kind of this calmness that she
Mm.
just exudes at all times. And it was awesome because you never want to feel that you're rushed from someone who's in sort of that power position, but it also never felt as though she was in a power position. It was just constant friendly back and forth, and moving around and finding the spaces, and just constant fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good to hear, because again, when you're working on something that's heavier moments in some of the parts of the film, it's nice to have that, like once it's cut, there's some levity. And again, when you have funny people around too, that's very helpful, I'm sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. The film has gotten some great buzz at some of the festivals that it's been at. What's it like for you? Or take me back to the first time that you sat in that audience and you watched yourself up on screen. What was that like?
It was crazy. It was SXSW, and I got to go with my mom, and we kind of sat down and had this moment of, okay, and then you see your face on screen, and you see all these people's reactions, and it's just out of this world, unbelievable. So I'm just so honored to have been able to do this and to work with such incredible people, and to know that others are relating and
Mm,
enjoying it. Ah, I'm so
yeah.
happy.
Can't ask for more. You should be happy. You deserve it. You did
Yeah.
a great job. From the screenings that have happened already, have any teens come up to you? Like, haven't they seen it and just expressed like maybe they're going through similar things, or because when you look at it, no, I don't want to say you're a role model, but you are representing something that there are kids out there that might be experiencing something like this.
It was less kids at the film festivals, but there were people that would come up and say, "Oh, this was really well done. This was this," and a ton of social media. Usually, that's kind of where things are
Yes.
coming through.
Yes.
Yeah, it was really sweet to see messages of people saying, "Wow, this was," or reviews online and
Mm,
letterbox, whatever. This kind of spoke to me, or it made me feel less alone, and that's always the aim and the goal. And so to know that it reached those people.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for.
Mm.
That's why you do it. So now when you're getting scripts, like, is there something specific that you look for? Is it a type of character that you want to play, or a director that you want to work with? What is driving you to now for your next projects?
I think just a lot of honesty and kind of a raw relationship, as an individual, but also with people. Because with Brooke, you see this really genuine teenager that
Hmm.
just is kind of dealing with her own stuff and is taking it out in every lovely way possible. And so, yeah, every time I come across a script, it's just let's see if they have this genuine ability to connect and speak on what they're going through.
Yeah. Like I said, you're living in Vancouver, but the film was shot in and around Toronto. Did you have any favorite hangouts here in Toronto? Good restaurants you like to visit?
It
I know
was
you did.
my
I know it
dad
was
and
a
I.
quick shoot, so you didn't have a ton of time, but there had to have been a
Yeah.
little downtime.
Yeah, it was my dad's and I's first time at Toronto. And
Oh,
so
nice.
yeah, we lived close to, I believe it was Queen Street,
Yep. That's
which
the
is
happening area.
it's the best area. It was filled, and also a really a park was really close to us, so we were kind of in the middle of okay, city life or kind of the
Yeah.
park, happy nature. And so we definitely strolled every night down that street, and there was I forget its name, but there was a really good pizza place. Um, I just
That's
love
okay.
Toronto.
Queen Street's long. There's a lot of good pizza places, but
Yeah.
yeah, but there's that's great. And did you like, I guess you didn't have a lot of downtime because it was what, 19 days it took to shoot this. That's fast.
Yeah, yeah, it was really fast, but honestly, it never felt rushed,
Good.
which was awesome. I don't know how they managed to do that, but I guess when you know what you want, it's done well.
You get it, and you have good people to work with, so you want to do it well. Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. Yeah. Well, like I said, I thought you did a fantastic job in this. This movie's fantastic. I really didn't know a lot about it, and I love going in not knowing anything, and then it was like, wow, everybody was so great, especially you. So I really do appreciate your time today, Olga. Thank you so much, and best of luck with with everything. And then if you're ever back in Toronto, let me know, and I'll take you to some other good places. Okay.
Oh, sounds awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, and have a great day today. Take care.
You too.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye.